Ms. Legge, we have a pretty awesome announcement here. Tell me about your involvement in it. You've been around the sport for quite a while doing some very, very interesting things. This, I think, could rank possibly at the top.
Absolutely. It's probably one of the most exciting things I've ever been involved in. I'm really proud to be part of it. I feel like it's a movement, and I think that, for me, it's a long-term thing as well. It's going to get bigger and bigger, and it's going to be something huge. And it's something that I've been very passionate about for a very long time. Obviously, racing has been my life for more years than I care to tell everybody. But really, this is my other passion. And if we can even inspire, 5, 10 young women to get into STEM-related subjects, and we can, prove points while we're at it, then I think that that's a good thing.
With your role as an active race car driver in sports cars right now, but also with your IndyCar experience and such, what kind of response have you gotten just throughout the years from young women wanting to come speak with you about their potential roles in the sport?
One of my favorite sayings is the race car does not know the difference. So to me, I'm just a driver, and I'm just out there doing the same job that any other driver would be doing. But you do get a lot of really good reception from young girls wanting to be in racing, most of them wanting to be drivers, but a lot of them wanting just to be part of the team. And I think that they don't think that that's possible. When you're at school and they say, what do you want to be when you grow up? None of them go, I want to go over the wall for an IndyCar team. I mean, I guess that's just never happened. And now we're making that an option for them. A lot of young boys, when you see them will come to the races, they're like, I want to do this, I want to do that. I want to be a race car driver, I want to be a race car mechanic, I want to be an engineer. And that is a reality for them, but you don't get that with girls. So what we're doing is we're kind of opening the doors and saying, hey, if it is something that you're really interested and passionate about, then we might have the opportunity for you.
I'm sure you've had more than one team owner or potential team owner come to you throughout the years, propose working together, doing some sort of program. Tell me about Beth's program and concept here and why that has attracted you.
Beth is an incredibly driven, passionate person, and I think that her vision for this is just astounding me. She's worked so hard on it, and we keep bouncing ideas backwards and forwards, and I think that she is one of these people who will succeed. I mean, failure just isn't an option to her, and I really like that. That's very attractive to me because I want to do this. I don't want it to be in any way a gimmick. What I want it to be is serious and successful. And I would not be involved in it if I didn't think that was the case. So the fact that we're doing it properly and we're going to be the first people to ever do it, and the support we've already garnered, I think just is testament to how well Beth is respected and how far I think that we can take this.
You have some good history of your own here at Indianapolis. Looks like we won't get you in the field this year, but the thought of being able to come back next year, not just as a part of someone else's team, but really as part of the foundation of a team, how does that feel?
I think the excitement that I feel for 2016 has by far outweighed the disappointment I feel for 2015 not being on the grid. It is like the Indy 500 the first time I did it. The first time I was here, it was like back in 2005, and I just desperately wanted to be a part of it. But you have to weigh that, it's like an addiction. You want to do it, but you want to do it successfully. And I don't just want to compete. I want to win. And I think that next year I'll have that opportunity, and I will be given that car that is capable of winning, because we'll make sure of it. I don't want to just do it just to do it. I mean, you and I have had that conversation before. What's the level of how much you want to do it, but you want to be in good equipment. So I think everybody out there feels the same. There's different levels of IndyCar teams, as you very well know, as there is in sports cars, NASCAR, et cetera, et cetera. And I think the important thing to me now is I've driven my fair share of not very good cars, and I'm over it. I want a competitive ride, and I want to actually prove what I'm capable of.